Thank you for coming out.
Wow.
Alright, so today we're going to be showing you how to actually fix your anterior pelvic tilt, which is basically where you have really weak or really tight hip flexors, really tight QL, which is your back muscles, and you're basically like really short in those two. So we're going to tell you how to strengthen your glutes to actually get you sitting in a better position. We're also going to stretch you out a little bit. We'll start off by foam rolling like the inside of your thigh, and also start off with foam rolling your entire quad. Okay. So whenever we're looking for that, we're looking for like short movements going up and down. So like move up a couple inches, move back an inch, up a couple inches, back an inch, up a couple inches, back an inch. You know what I'm saying? There you go. Good. It's a good way to start out your day right here, man.
Yeah.
Now we'll move on to the quad. So yeah, start towards the knee and then move your way up. There you go. Up a couple inches, back an inch. Up a couple inches, back an inch. There you go. There you go. Good. One thing that I want to work on real quick, if you find a spot that's really tight, so one thing that I like to do is I just bring my leg back and forth. Can you see how it feels just a little bit different? Because there's actually movement involved. You've got like layers of fascia underneath. Different muscles are pulling on it. So whenever you actually have like muscle tension in there as well as just kind of digging deep into the fascia, it tends to release it a little bit quicker, a little bit better. So then like I would do like 5 rolls back and forth, and then I would go five of these. Like 5 hamstring curls. So now we will transition into actually stretching. So you can call it a couch stretch, but you're basically just sitting right here. If you feel like there's a, I don't know, like the tension's starting to kind of go away, you can lean back, raise that arm up. Everything you do to get further away is going to make it a little bit more tension, a little bit better stretch. How does that feel?
Stretching.
Stretching you?
I mean, it's in the quad right here, right?
Yeah. It's in the quad. The one that we're going to do next is going to be more. Alright, I give you arms overhead. See how different that feels? I give you like a lean to one side, lean to the other side. There you go. Awesome. Cool. Go with that one. Alright, so now we're going to set up what basically set up a band, and it's going to be pulling your hip forward, allowing that hip flexor to stretch out. Like you're not going to have to do a thing. Okay. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is I'm going to have you step into the band like this. Put it like right around that crease, like where your butt crease is. We're going to step back onto this pad. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel that band tension kind of pulling you forward. Just kind of let it. You're gonna, as soon as you start leaning back just a little bit, you're gonna feel it just open up that hip flexor. All right. Yep. Walk it back. Feel that tension just bring you forward. All right. We'll just sit here for. We'll cut it short today. We'll go for like 10 seconds, and then we'll get you to go overhead. Same thing as before. If you really want to stretch it, you can actually lean back a little bit, lean over to the other side, really start to open that hip flexor up. Balance part is it's the weird part of this one. Alright, you can go ahead and come on out of that. For this. You've got to have a friend in the gym with you that'll actually like pull up on your leg. See if they pick up right here. Yeah. Alright, so the side we've been stretching, if you would lay that on the ground, like face down. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna put this lacrosse ball pretty much right at the crease of your hip right here. I'm gonna press down just a little bit. I'm gonna lift up just above the knee, just to kind of give that soft tissue, allow some movement inside of there. How's that feel?
I feel it.
You feel it like right in that hip flexor?
Yep.
Okay. This is kind of the same thing we're doing with the foam roller, just using the lacrosse ball for this specific one. Alright, you can go ahead and get it. Basically with this one, we're going to be using what they call a peanut. It's basically just two lacrosse balls taped together. So if you just pop down onto your back, just lay it straight. Alright. Press up just a little bit for me. Okay, so we're going to start like middle way of your thoracic spine. And all we're gonna do is you're just gonna try to lean back over this ball. All right, you feel that?
Yep.
It's not pressing on your spine, it's right there in that center. Okay. So now what I want you to do is I want you to just try to put your arms overhead and then give me some angels. One more up and back over. And now we will move on to the next one down. All right, you're good. Not too painful, right?
Nah, it's good.
Okay. So basically right now we're just working on the spinal erectors. Trying to free up a little bit of that thoracic rib. Give you a little bit of mobility in there. That should allow you to actually like have less of a strain on your lumbar spine and should free up that QL just a little bit more. Okay. Go. One more time. We're actually going to get this into the lumbar real quick. There you go. How's that feel? Okay, so got my lacrosse ball work in. Now we're gonna do. You ever done yoga before?
Yeah.
Child's pose?
Yeah.
It's like your favorite, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna do child's pose. So basically, yeah, you're gonna get down, drop them hips as low as possible. Reach your arms straight out. Reach them arms straight out. And then you're going to try to walk it over to one side.
Okay.
There you go. Child's pose. Get them hips as low as possible. Now you're going to walk it over to one side. All right. You feel that stretch about right here? Okay. All right. And you're gonna walk over the other one, you're probably gonna feel it about right here. Okay, so what we're doing right now is we're just loosening up that QL. And then if you actually want to just like sit right here in this pose and just try to walk your fingers out just a little bit more, probably gonna feel a little bit of both sides. Okay, you can come on out of that. Last thing we're gonna do for the QL is lay back with this right here. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do it with foam roller. So we're gonna do it with the foam roller. Lay like this right here. That. You can just squeeze your knees. Release it a tiny bit better. You're getting a stretch whenever you get to the top because you're pulling your knees into your chest. And then you're also having to stabilize your core, which is something that's weakened whenever you have an anterior pelvic tilt. Alright, so let's see. Now we'll go on to strengthening the core. So in this one, have you lay like this right here. So yeah, cross your hands over your shoulders, and we're just gonna engage that core. Okay, so right now you're just doing crunches. We're doing crunches to strengthen the abdominal muscles because they weaken as you kind of go to that anterior pelvic tilt. So basically just taking your hips out of the equations. Like normally like the go-to is like sit-ups in this situation. However, it's kind of a hip dominant movement. That's more iliopsoas, and that's one thing that's stronger with an anterior pelvic tilt as opposed to your actual abdominal muscles. And so that's the point at which we're trying to strengthen those. Weak glutes. These are my favorite, man. My absolute favorite. Okay, so we're gonna put this little guy right here around your knees. You can go either around your knees, or if you want to do it just around like right below your knees. This is basically just to cause you to fire. It's going to cause you to fire both your glute medius and minimus, often neglected, but those are basically what's causes external rotation of the hips. So like for a basketball player, it's extremely beneficial because it allows you to open up your hips, like for a defensive slide. Okay, so we'll go feet shoulder width apart. And our whole goal of this is just to keep the knees where they are and then just extend the hips out. So you're trying to squeeze your glutes, kind of pop that up. Then we're gonna hold it for a second, drop it to the floor slow. Hold it, drop it to the floor slow. Good. There you go. Really squeeze those glutes. There you go. Good. Hold it. Down for slow. Trigger it a little bit slower on the way down. There you go. Try to get a little bit of eccentric muscle action in that one too. There we go. Good job keeping those knees out. Good.